be showing you today how to make the Tsunami cane. This is a cane that has been published in the Polyzine magazine in 2001, and I will be posting a link in the card and also in the description of the video. So I will first make a demo of the cane, just because some people prefer to see it done, not just see the photo tutorial. It's fairly easy to make. You just make a Skinner blend of a light and a dark color. I use white and Fimo soft emerald green, and I'm making the Skinner blend that I will be turning into a plug. And I will do a little bit of a shortcut on this compared to the original. But after showing you this cane, I will show you how I do one of my variants on this cane, because to be very honest, I'm not very happy with the original cane myself. It's beautiful, but I want a little bit more effects and more drama, if you want. So after making the cane into a plug, you will kind of turn the plug into a rectangle. And yes, the variant that I will be showing you will be the base for the next part of the translucent canes. We will actually be making a floating translucent cane. So the original requires sandwiching a sheet of silver between two sheets of white. And even if it says in the original to use the thickest setting, the cane that it's made in the original tutorial is way larger, so I'm going to just use the thinnest setting. The original says to insert the sheets when the plug is still round, and only after that rectangle it. I am just rectangling it and then inserting the sheets. So again, I'm putting the silver sandwich between white and then going with it through the thinnest setting, and then I will be slicing the plug, the Skinner blend plug, and inserting pieces of the sheet of the sandwiched silver between the slices. So as you can see, it is not hard at all to make this cane. It's a little bit, you have to pay attention when you actually form the cane, but to get there it's very, very easy. And I will be inserting a few more. You will see I'll be slicing even more, because I think it doesn't have enough slices. And then once you've inserted all of it, you reduce the cane a little bit so you can cut it in half. But the idea is to thin out a little bit these insertions you have put in there. So I am flattening it in the so that I flatten the insertions even more, until I can actually cut the block in half. And then the original tutorial tells you to flatten the dark edges, to taper them, and then to practically put together the light ends and then twist, forming so a shape that reminisces the tsunami wave. And this is the only part that's a little bit more tenuous. You need to work the clay a little bit to make it bend without breaking the connection between the light ends of the two strips. But believe me, it is very feasible. Don't let the cane bulge up and down. Kind of press it back in place, and then you make this round, beautiful round cane with. And I try to use colors similar to the ones used in the original tutorial. And then I will cut a slice to show you how it looks in close-up. And as all round canes, make sure that you have no air pockets. And let's see how it looks in close-up. So this is the original Tsunami cane, and now I will show you my own variant. First of all, I will be making a little bit more complicated Skinner blend. I'm using white Premo, souffle robin's egg, and ultramarine Premo to do a Skinner blend that I will then turn into a plug, obviously, because no matter what, you still need a plug, right? So let me do my Skinner blend. And I got my Skinner blend, and I am going to turn it. You'll see the difference. There's a difference not just in color, but a little bit a more rich gradient in this variant. Again, this is what I like. You might like better the original one, but I decided to show you for the translucent, one of the translucent floating canes, this specific variant that I make of the Tsunami cane. Now for the insertions, I will actually make another Skinner blend, this time using the same emerald green and white that I used for the original. And what I am doing, I am cutting it in three, and I actually turn upside down and sandwich the middle part between other parts, and then I will pass it through the pasta machine again on the thinnest setting, keeping the Skinner blend, so one end to the left, the light end to the left, the dark end to the right, so I don't lose my Skinner blend. And I'm trimming it nicely. And then I will flatten the original Skinner bend block, so I can get as many slices as I can. And I will be inserting my other Skinner blend sandwich between these slices. That is the first one of the changes that I make in this variant of mine. Yes, I have several variants. I'll probably show them to you sometime later. And as you can see, initially you'd think that I'm going to invert the Skinner blend, but it would not look good if I would put it like this. Because remember, in the white, in the middle of the white, there is the other side that has the darker green. So there will still be a contrast, but a very, very, very thin line there. So I am arranging the slices of sandwiched Skinner blend between slices of the original Skinner blend. And I made this specific variant also to be a little bit reminiscent of the ocean waves. But of course, you can make this in any kind of color combination you want. You don't have to make it reminiscing a tsunami wave. And in the original tutorial, the author says that it's actually nicer if you don't cut full slices, but just partial slices. It makes a more dramatic effect. In the translucent floating cane, we will cut full slices. So as you see, I did this, and again I will flatten it so that those insertion lines get as thin as possible. And I'm very careful that I don't get any kind of clay bulging on the other dimension, up or down, because I need the two pieces, of course I will be cutting it in two, but I need the two pieces to be relatively equal in size, otherwise the final cane doesn't look very nice. And after I flatten it enough to be able to cut it, I taper first the thinner, but first I will be inserting one more slice in the direction that the pieces will be turning into. And obviously this slice will be a little bit thicker than the ones that are already in the cane components. So I am tapering first the darker end, but then I will also be tapering the lighter end as well. And then when I put them together, I don't put them together head to head. That is one of the reasons why I added that last insertion of the green and white Skinner blend, and that's an emerald green, so they use the color that's very close to blue. So see, I am actually superimposing them a little bit at the end, and then I start twisting them. And again, you need to pay the same attention and manipulate the clay a little bit to convince it to turn. And I will be reducing it exactly like the other one, just a little bit, to make sure that I have absolutely no air pockets inside. And then I will cut a slice, of course, to show you how it looks and to show you the differences between the original and my variant. And remember, this is the variant that we will be using in the translucent, floating, transparent cane. That will be the next one in my translucent canes series of tutorials of August. So let's see a close-up. See, there is a little bit of a difference. That's only one line. I think, personally, I think that it looks more like waves. It's more defined. And then the other lines are not that prominent. There's more of an effect of floating water. So this is the original Tsunami cane and my own variant of it, one of my own variants of it. And happy claying!